I saw a wrestler once named Gorgeous George, and the place was jam-packed with people. Cars was lined up for miles. They hated Gorgeous George. They wanted him beat, but they paid $100 for a ringside seat. So Gorgeous George walked out with his pretty silver hair, and he was walking so proud, and people was woo, throwing popcorn at him. He said, you bums. He was hollering at the fans. I don't care. So I got this from Gorgeous George. I said, this is a good idea. Look, he's getting rich. So I started talking. I am the greatest. I cannot be beat. I'm too pretty to be a fighter.
George Raymond Wagner was born on March 24th, 1915, on a farm in Butte, Nebraska. The family moved several times, including Waterloo and Sioux City, Iowa, before settling in Houston, Texas. At age 7, George started taking classes at the local YMCA and would often stage matches with his friends. In 1929, at the age of 14, the young Wagner dropped out of high school and worked odd jobs to help support the family. One of these odd jobs saw him compete at local carnivals in matches, earning 35 cents a win. By age 17, he was getting booked by the region's top promoter, Morris Siegel, and in 1938 won his first title by beating Buck Lipscomb for the Northwest Middleweight Championship. Then, in May 19, 1939, he won the Pacific Coast Light Heavyweight title. At 5'9" and 215 pounds, Wagner was not physically imposing, nor was he a gifted athlete. Nevertheless, he soon developed a reputation as being a solid worker. In the late 30s, he met Elizabeth Betty Hansen, whom he would eventually marry in an in-ring ceremony. When the wedding proved to be a good draw, the couple then reenacted the wedding all across the country. It is at this point that Wagner saw the untapped entertainment value in the industry. Around the same time, the magazine Vanity Fair published an article on a wrestler by the name of Lord Patrick Lansdowne that came to the ring with 2 valets while wearing a velvet robe. George at this time was starting to think of a new gimmick, but could not think of a fitting name for his new flamboyant idea, until a match in early 1940 in Portland, Oregon. As he walked down to the ring, 2 older ladies a few rows back yelled, "Oh, isn't he gorgeous?" The name stuck in his mind. He would be Gorgeous George going forward. All he needed was some extravagant robes, which he lucked out, as his wife's mother, Elsa Hansen, was a skilled seamstress. Wagner debuted his new glamour boy image on a 1941 card in Eugene, Oregon. Exaggerating his movements and pushing gender lines, the newly christened Gorgeous George was getting bigger and bigger crowd reactions as people turned out to ridicule the new pretty boy. Attention he relished all the way to the bank. George was soon recruited by Los Angeles promoter Johnny Doyle. This is right around the time he added putting bobby pins in his hair for matches, calling them Georgie pins, just to infuriate the crowd. Furthermore, he enhanced his entrance with a red carpet and a valet named Jeffries that would hold a silver mirror and throw rose petals, all the while coming out to the song Pomp and Circumstance. George had many catchphrases to go along with what would become the standard for the cowardly heel gimmick, including the classic, "Get your filthy hands off of me!" and "Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat." On November 11th, 1947, with the advent of TV in American homes, the Gorgeous One had his first televised appearance and instantly became a national celebrity, on par with Lucille Ball and Bob Hope, whom actually donated hundreds of chic robes for the Gorgeous One's collection. In 1950, George headlined wrestling's return to Madison Square Garden after a 12-year absence. The Gorgeous One was such a big star at this point that he could command 50% of the gate, making him one of the most high-paid athletes in the world. On May 26, 1950, George won the AWA World title, but his most famous match was against longtime rival Whipper Billy Watson on March 12, 1959. In front of 20,000 fans and millions on TV, a defeated George had his precious golden locks shaved. After wrestling up-and-comers like Lou Thez and Bruno Sammartino, he would lose his hair again in a hair versus mask match against the Destroyer on March 7, 1962, in the Olympic Auditorium. This would prove to be his last match as he started to feel the effects of years of alcohol abuse. Wagner was diagnosed with a failing liver in 1962. This, combined with financial troubles stemming from a recent divorce, worsened his health. He suffered a heart attack on December 24, 1963, and died 2 days later at 48. Angelo Poffo, the father of Macho Man Randy Savage, paid for Gorgeous George's funeral, as he credited him for inspiring his career. A plaque at his gravesite reads, "Love to our daddy, Gorgeous George."